What is going on, you guys? Today I have a little bit of a different episode for you. So I want to talk to you about how self-improvement is bullshit. You've been lied to. And here's what I mean. You're reading a bunch of books and watching a bunch of YouTube videos and going to a bunch of seminars and blah 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 for something that you've already had all along. In life, you're gonna have experiences and learn and grow naturally. It's not all about this hard work, discipline, regimented, hustle culture, grind. I gotta work at 4 a.m. or wake up at 4 a.m. Da 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 da. That's not letting it flow. Da, 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 da. My whole day is scheduled out, even for my sleep, even for my meals. Nothing's flowing there. You see? So if you see, a lot of content around, here's the problem, here's how I'm going to solve it, rather than creating because life is actually easy. It's actually effortless, and you've been convinced otherwise. Not only that, you've been programmed otherwise by some people in the background in the world, and you're afraid to do otherwise. You're afraid to step out of the box and follow your intuition, so you follow their instructions. You follow the rules. And that's not letting it flow. Just like the two business owners. A simpler way of putting this is you're gonna learn and grow and evolve naturally through life. So you seeking dating, you seeking a relationship, you striving really, really, really hard for a better body, you working really, really, really hard 10, 12, 14, 16 hours days, when there's an easier way. There's simply a lack of flow and lack of creativity in the life of the person working 10, 12, 14, 16 hour days. Because what they're doing is they're not being creative, and they're allowing someone else to dictate the rules. You see what's going on here? So when that happens, you have no agency, and you've given up your agency, your creativity. You're not designing your life anymore. Someone else designed it for you. And it's easy to realize, obviously, there's 95% of people in the world who haven't realized this, and about 5% who have realized this. And it's literally like a radio station, a frequency that you can tune into. And it feels hard because you're used to scarcity, fear, lack, needing to control the process, needing to understand everything, needing to know how it's going to go, rather than letting go, knowing that life is abundant already. And if you stop trying to force things, you know that saying, trying to force a square peg into a round hole, then everything starts to come easier. Then you have that really highly magnetic energy for all the doors that have been open around you this whole time. I want to talk to you about a very serious conversation that I was witnessing between a millionaire and someone who is not a millionaire. And I have to be honest with you. At first, the millionaire seemed a little bit crazy. Sometimes I was a little bit annoyed and frustrated with what he was saying. And at the same time, something deep in my gut, my instinct, told me that what he's saying is right. So let me share this with you. They were both talking about business. And the interesting thing is the non-millionaire was very much focused on controlling the process, all the steps, what's involved, and he never really once mentioned the goal or the end in sight for him and the business. right? And it was all very personalized, right? It was like an experience that was related to him, that he had been through in the past, right? Now, the flip side of this, as I watched the Millionaire talk about business, he was talking about it in an impersonal way. It wasn't a personal brand, it was an impersonal brand. Being more behind the scenes. His name wasn't attached to it, his face, a logo, and a brand. And he was talking about the goal or the end in sight. Not worried about the steps and all the little things, trying to figure out how it's going to work. And it sounds a little bit ironic, right? You would think, well, of course you need to know the steps. And the key here is if you're too focused on controlling it, not letting go on all these little steps, it's not going to flow and turn out the way that you want to. It's like basically holding a hose with water in it that's trying to come out, and you're not letting it come out. It's a funny way of putting it, although it helps a lot. And, to be fair, one of them was a millionaire, and he was letting it flow. That's it from me today. Thank you guys for listening. Like, comment, subscribe. Drop a comment to let me know what you think about this episode, and I will see you in the next one. You got this, bro.